Hey, hi, hello, this is Scott Farrow. I want to bring you this week's video on to use recruiters or not to use recruiters. So lately I've been seeing a lot of information back and forth, whether to go straight to the corporate recruiter in-house or to go through an agency. Well, I wanted to discuss that. I've got 20 years of recruiting experience. I wanted to bring you a lot of helpful insights. That 20 years of experience includes 14 years on the agency side or as an agency recruiter, and more than 6 years on the corporate side. I've won numerous awards and certainly wanted to talk to you about some of the best ways to get your application seen. So let's talk about your application. You have been viewing a ton of different job platforms, Indeed, LinkedIn, Glassdoor, you name it. And you've identified the perfect role for you. It aligns nicely to your skill sets. It's going to give you some challenges and certainly some career progression, and you're ready to apply. So what's the decision? Do you go through a corporate recruiter and apply to the corporation itself, or do you seek out an agency recruiter that's working with that company? That's the quandary. Well, here's what we're going to talk about. So let me help you understand exactly what the recruiter, the agency recruiter, is doing, how they're paid, and what their structure is. First and foremost, that agency recruiter has a ton of different clients. The company that you've seen that position posted for may not be their client. Most of these large enterprises on their side are reducing the spend, they're reducing the cost expenditure. And one of those huge cost expenditures is working with agencies. That recruiter typically charges a contingent fee when that candidate is placed. Let me explain what a contingent fee is. That's just that, contingent. That recruiter is not paid until that candidate is placed and stays for 90 days. That fee that agency recruiter charges is anywhere between 20 to 25% of the candidate's first year's guaranteed compensation. So $100,000 salary, 20%, that's a $20,000 fee. So you can see that most enterprises are working their way out of using those agencies. In fact, they're working toward building an inside talent acquisition team. Typically, those talent acquisition professionals are either former agency recruiters or being taught by former agency recruiters on how to do the job of an agency recruiter. So to bring that around, we certainly want to talk about some of those agency recruiters, their time. Those agency recruiters have probably 30 to 40 clients that they're working with. Whereas opposed to the inside or the talent acquisition professional, the in-house recruiter has one. They're captive to their company, they're typically a salaried employee, and they work on behalf of that organization to find the best possible talent. Many of the times, the recruiters on the agency side are working fast, and sometimes many way too fast to really do a solid job. The corporate recruiter knows all about the corporate culture. The corporate recruiter knows about all of the unpublished positions and certainly some of the things that make the organization highly attractive. An agency recruiter working as fast as they are many times don't have the wherewithal, the bandwidth to get in and understand the culture of the organization, what an attractive candidate looks like, and so on and so on. So my experience has taught me that most successful placements, when a candidate reaches out to a corporate recruiter and that recruiter has knowledge of, again, the existing open positions as well as some of the up and coming unposted positions, tend to lend greater success toward an applicant applying directly to the corporate recruiter. So with this, I hope this was helpful. I would encourage you to go direct to your corporate recruiter anytime you see an application or a posting that you think applies nicely to your background. I can certainly walk you through some of the best methods. You'll need to reach out to me for specific counseling on that, but I have a whole library of videos for you to review on my YouTube account. Make sure you subscribe to this channel on the bottom right-hand corner. Click that button, and I will see you next week. And again, if you need specific counseling from me, reach out on an individualized basis. I take people on a case-by-case basis, and you can reach me at blueshoenotbrown@gmail.com. Again, blueshoenotbrown@gmail.com. This is Scott Farrow. Have a great week.